Hi there, that was Over the Rainbow. I hope you enjoyed it. Now we're going to learn a little bit about how to play it. Before we start, maybe play a little A major scale to warm your fingers up and to learn the exact placement of your fingers for this piece as the piece is in A major or La majeur. And also, before we start, we need to practice the octave jump from the low A string to the third finger on the E string. So we're there to here. You can play them separately to start with. And to check they're exactly in tune, if it's slightly under, you can slide it up to the note just to make sure it's exactly in tune. The first 4 bars on the piece of music, it's written to play mezzo piano, so we need lots of light floaty bows. And with the slur as well, continue to use light floaty bows and lots of bows. The next 2 notes, we have 2 options. You can either play with the F sharp to the E in 3rd position with your 3rd finger on the A string. It sounds nice on the A string, and also the vibrato on your 3rd finger sometimes is a little more round. Or if you like, as I did on the film to start with, I think I played it both ways. 1st finger on the E string in 1st position. That also sounds very lovely. There's a bit more clarity to that, playing it in 1st position maybe as well. The second 4 bars is slightly louder than the first 4 bars, so a little more weight with your bow, and continue to play with light floaty bows. Now the next 2 notes here, instead of playing your 3rd finger G right next to the 2nd finger F sharp, we're going to move it a semitone higher to play a G sharp on the D string, and then place the 4th finger right next to it a semitone higher for an A. Or if you're not that comfortable with 4 fingers, you can just play G sharp and then the A string after. Or with the A string. Before we play the next section, I think we should practice a little string crossing. We're going to play with the upper part of our bow here and very light piano strokes. You need quite a floppy hand to do this. Now let's add the C sharp. Okay, the next 4 bars we're going to play with our 3rd finger a little higher and our 1st finger on the E string at the same time. So we need a nice rounded 3rd finger on the A string so that the E string can sing underneath. If that's too tricky to keep them both down at the same time, we can lift the 3rd finger. Nice crescendo there, and maybe, if you'd like, you can glissando up to 3rd position to the 2nd finger. And then back down to the F sharp, or if not, just 1st position with your 4th finger. If the vibrato is too difficult for you there with your fourth finger, just place 3 down and you can try them both at the same time. The next section is exactly the same as the beginning, so we'll speed through to the last line. Now, Judy Garland, in the iconic song Over the Rainbow, for the 4 quavers at the end, she really expands the last 4 quavers. So we're going to do a big row at the end, use a lot more bow for those 4 notes. And the last note, I started quite loudly as I crescendoed through the 4 rallentando notes. And right at the end of the last note, the 3rd finger on the E string, the A, a little diminuendo. So start quite close to the bridge with quite a lot of weight for the last note. And then we're going to come away from the bridge, less weight and maybe slightly less hair. I stopped my vibrato just before the end and disappeared into nothing, just to finish the piece. So there's a little atmosphere at the end. Now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.